So might ask the question why we keep taking stuff from the bush when we find it. Well, there's a couple of reasons. It is actually rubbish, but the other thing is that this area is subject to fairly large bushfires. Once a bushfire goes through this area, there will be nothing left. Potentially the bottles could actually be broken from heat. Any evidence of sleepers or stuff like that will be completely gone. I think last year, the year before, there were some major bushfires around Cave Hill that burnt for literally months. And there's no way to stop those types of fires except by mechanical clearing. There aren't enough fires out here with enough water to be able to even stop those fires. So leaving the stuff out here is probably not such a good idea, because if one of those fires goes through, the relics will be gone forever. A big crown on it. Is it broken?
After the excitement of finding the coins, we continued to look for old relics, but there are many broken bottles, and it seems the really interesting ones are those that are broken.
What's on the bottom of it? That's really old. Rosella tomato sauce with a bird on it. Beautiful bottle.
More of it.
You've been here writing again, haven't you?
Writing.
Ink bottle.
That purple bottle, there's more of it there and there.
Mm.
So that's got Australia written on it.
Oh, there's another bottle cap.
Yeah, I've got another one.
Oh, I like these too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've got a few of them, but these are really old ones, because the grooves here are meant for placing your pen in.
Okay. I remember learning to write with a fucking pen. I don't know where he is.
No. Cooey!
Radios don't tell us which direction the others are in, but the good old Australian cooey always works. Here we are back on the bikes again for the ride back to camp, but not before stopping at an abandoned mine.
The mine.
Hey?
The mine.
Yeah, no.
Oh, thought we were doing that tomorrow.
Well, there was a different way to come past. It was a better track. You know what that is?
Gold drain or something.
I don't know what it's supposed to be, but this is a bit of the Kalgoorlie water pipe.
Oh, is it?
Mm. You can tell by the way the joins are with that.
Okay.
What do they call it? The kep track?
Yep.
That's the symbol. That could have been a roller.
Yeah,
You know, with a horse on it or something.
could have been. Because the beams run all the way down to a point.
Yeah.
There's a big hole. They were digging a hole there.
Could be a
Yeah,
rubbish.
well, I reckon that's some sort of roller. Crash the rock.
No.
These old mines are extremely dangerous. Years of weathering and water runoff have made the edges very unsafe, and these holes can be deep with no way of getting out if you slipped in, supposing you survived the fall.
Fuck, you could easily slip down.
Paul has to leave earlier than the rest of us, and we found a track that leads out to the Great Eastern Highway much quicker than the way in. So to verify this, we ride the 10 kilometres to check it out. But of course, there is a railway line to see on the way back.
We've been riding for about half an hour now. We've travelled up towards the Great Eastern Highway to check out a track that'll make it easy for Paul to get out tomorrow. We've come to where we think the old railway line is, and obviously we're right, because we found one of the old woodline camps, and we're going to have a fossick around and see what treasures we can find. But I bet we don't beat the 3 coins that we found yesterday. Just found the lid of a some sort of container with the word Fry's on it. So Fry's were a company, well, used to make chocolates and things. Yeah. Holbrook sauce bottle, Worcestershire sauce bottle, and it looks like the cap's still next to it. I still get a bit of a buzz out of finding these things. Walked around for a little bit and walked up to where the horse yards are behind us. It's a clearing that just never seems to recover from when the horses were kept here. And they're quite easy to see on satellite images, especially from Google Earth. Just walked around the horse yards, found one horseshoe. It's pretty small by comparison to some of the other ones we found. But there's also evidence of metalwork. Come over here, there's a fair bit of the old clinker which comes out of a forge, and there's bits and pieces of metal that have obviously been worked or pulled from old drays, and they've been fixed up here. And there's quite a few old horseshoe nails. This is the view from the back of the horse yards looking towards where the railway line would have been on the other side. Stephen or Paul are lurking around over there somewhere. Really hard to see through this bush. Lots of...
I usually refer to Worcestershire sauce as Holbrooks, though there was also Lee and Perrin. This sauce was frequently used to mask the taste of bad meat when refrigeration was still a thing of the future.
Worcestershire sauce type bottles around here, not much else. And there's also a tiny egg cup, or a broken egg cup. This is interesting. So I think I'm on the rower line now. Main giveaway is there's a dog spike down there. And looking up that way, you can sort of see the horse yards over there, and that means the rower line probably would have been along here. And when I look back the opposite direction, you can see a slight formation just in the road, in the ground here, and the line of trees, which is usually a giveaway that the rower line was here. If you look at a satellite photo, the straight line of trees usually forms a black line, and trees don't grow in straight lines generally.
Once again back at camp, and our friendly barista is making us a cup of coffee. Riding these bikes through the bush is quite tiring, and I find the concentration required to keep us on course is pretty exhausting. And it would be remiss of me to close out without some mockery and piss taking.
I was going to make a video about how I always bring one of these with me.
You said you were going to get a flat tyre.
I got one. You jinxed it.
No, I didn't. He did.
We do have spare tubes, but these small tyres are very hard to take off in the bush. It is far easier to pay someone to do it back in Perth.